Michael Chavello ringside with the former Australian champion, the Hammer Mark Castanini, and make his way to the ring, being led by Gurkhan Ozkan and trainer Alex Tui. The big bad chief Peter Graham. This is the final of KB4 heavyweight. Peter Graham of Australia going up against New Zealand's Jason Suttie, and Hammer, this one is going to go off. Something special is about to happen in centre ring. The big boys are going to get it on in style. It is time to get funky with the king of funk himself as Jason Suttie boogies his way to centre ring. Representing the hopes of New Zealand, we've already had one Aussie KB4 winner in the middleweight division. Can Jason Suttie take the heavyweight title to New Zealand? He has suffered some damage around his left eye in his opening bout against Paul Robinson, the southpaw who tagged him. Will Peter Graham be able to close up the left eye of Jason Suttie as Suttie bounds over the top ropes? These two have fought before, Hammer. They went the distance once before. Peter Graham emerged as the winner. How will it be here tonight? Well, certainly Peter Graham would have to be the favourite, but Suttie is looking very focused as he steps up to the final. And speaking of looking focused, let's go to the man in the bow tie, Mr. Andrew Raymond.
It is main event time. We're scheduled for 5-2s. This is the heavyweight final of KB4. Introducing first and fighting out of the red corner. He hails from New Zealand. A first round victory over the Iron Man, Paul Robinson. A K1 Oceania semi-finalist, a former super middle and light heavyweight world Muay Thai champion, Jason Suttie. Fighting out of the blue corner from New South Wales, a former bare knuckle Australian champion, a K1 Oceania finalist and world amateur champion. A first round victory over Chris Christopoulos. He is here in the final with the game face on. The Chief, Peter Graham.
You take one step backwards, you understand me? All right, fellas, touch him up. Good luck.
Oh, a very intense Billy Saulis there.
No nonsense, Billy Saulis. He'll be forced to rip out whatever he's got in that bum bag and unleash it on him. That's why everyone...
The hairs on the back of my neck stood on end then. There's not many hairs there, but they stood on end. What was there? The time for talk is over because we're about to get underway in the first ever KB4 heavyweight final coming at you for the Manly Leagues Club and Lucy Tui Promotions. What a great event it's been. Both men touch gloves and we're underway. The height, reach and weight advantage going the way of Peter Graham. Jason Suttie perhaps with the speed in the hands department.
Oh, he's looking very quick in the handy department, Suttie, as he did in his transition through. Light on the feet, quick in the hands. Suttie is moving well here tonight.
Peter Graham, of course, who defeated Chris Christopoulos, bloodied the face of Chris Christopoulos in the semi-final. And Jason Suttie having a bit of a war with Paul Robinson, suffering a bit of damage around the left eye. And will Peter Graham be able to pounce on that and work the left eye of Jason Suttie? Look out for those looping trajectory round kicks from Peter Graham, the Mwashigeti of the Kyokushin.
He loops them up high and then chops down low with his round kicks. Peter Graham is picking up probably where Johnny Alford left off from before, just very methodical with his strategy, not rushing in and just taking it nice and calm at this point.
Suttie will try and get on the inside as you just saw and work the body and head of Peter Graham in close. Maybe the weak point of Graham might be the chin.
What a great broadcast we've had this evening. Great show come together here at Manly, and a big thank you to Tim Hoyt, Mike Roach and all the production crew for helping us make this little event possible. Boys do a fantastic job out in the van there, Michael. Well, we're in a nice warm room here. They're out in the cold in the van.
Left hook to the head there from Jason Suttie. Tries to the front kick down to the thigh area. Tentative first there on this one. Real feeling out process. Just seeing what each other's got to offer. As we said, no stranger. They have fought before at Star City, if I recall correctly.
They're both very aware of each other's...
promotion.
That's right. They're both very aware of each other's strong points and strong techniques. And they're very, very aware not to get caught or rush in and get caught with those techniques. That's why the first round really is a feeling out process. They're basically picking it up where they left it up from.
Hold on, Peter.
End of the first round of action. Even won that one, Hammer. Not really separating both men.
Nothing really. Suttie very quick with the handwork. If you're going to score the handwork, well, Suttie was a little more active in that area. But Peter Graham just having a look at some openings in Suttie's armour and trying to break through there.
Seconds down.
Instructions in the corner there from the Kiwi Brigade Hammer.
Well, some sound advice there. If the grab comes on, start to go to work, and that's certainly what the judges will see. The busier of the two fighters is of course, the one that will prevail.
Was it just me, or did I hear one of them call Peter Graham a sissy? I'm sure I heard that in the corner. I haven't heard that word since 1985, but it's obviously alive and well in New Zealand as Jason Suttie connects. A beautiful right uppercut followed by a short left hook.
Stop it, Michael, you sissy.
And Jason Suttie turning it on in the hands department again here in the second round. Nice left hook catching Peter Graham. This is what we said Suttie would do. Get on the inside, work the hands to the body and head, and Graham's got to keep his distance, work those high trajectory round kicks and the leg kicks he's so renowned for. Graham cannot outbox Jason Suttie. That's a fact.
They're starting to pick up the pace a little now, however, and Graham's just trying to find an opening. But Suttie's aware of that, and that's why he's keeping up light on his feet, moving off on angles, not being at any particular range. As in, if he's flat-footed, Peter Graham will get a fix on where he is, and then he'll kick at him. But if he's up on the balls of his feet and moving around, it continually confounds you because you can't actually get a fix on where your opponent is.
Nice probing jab there from Peter Graham, found the target. Again, Suttie working the inside, right hand to the sternum, just forcing the big fella off. Graham thought about the inside thigh kick, really should have gone for it. He hasn't worked those kicks half as much as he should have so far. Inside thigh kick, left-hand combination from Suttie. And this has been Suttie's round so far. Can't catch the kicking leg, Peter Graham.
You know, well, Peter Graham, these fights are a lot more important than actually just what tonight's event is about, Michael, because it will resound on their resumes when they're trying to approach Japan and get into the K1 and get into the eliminators. If they suffer a loss on an event like this, that really does go against them. So there is a lot more at stake for these super heavyweights than just the prize money, I can tell you. Well, if Peter Graham suffers a loss here, the Japanese hierarchy of K1 will have a look at that. Not very favourably for him.
Peter Graham's only had one crack over in Japan. Last year he fought in Osaka in a 8-man qualifying tournament and actually lost to Adam Watt. Don't forget to check all of your local websites and international websites for the latest news, including www.wkbf website, the Sports Blitz website, Axe Kickboxing, tareksolak.com.au. All the sites to check out the latest news and chat forums.
All the news is on there, and of course the programming times are always posted on there. The boys are fairly vigilant in putting on the TV programming of all the fight events.
Great to see that a couple of the kickboxing websites have won the Golden Web Award this year and last year, which is good to see. So right up there with some of the best design sites currently available to browse on the internet. But at the moment, no browsing in centre ring. Jason Suttie immediately goes to work on Peter Graham. Graham again ineffective in using his reach advantage. And Suttie just waiting for the moment to move in and work the inside, the body and the head again. Ground kick just caught on the elbows there.
Well, Peter Graham really has to get busier, Michael. He's not doing enough. He's standing off a little too much. He's got to get busier on Suttie and really go to work.
High left round kick off the lead leg there from Graham. Inside thigh kick, no real power behind it from Graham. He has to unleash now on Jason Suttie, that's correct. A couple of jabs just working away at that damaged left eye of Jason Suttie, but nowhere near the amount of punishment he should be attacking on that left eye.
Well, the Kiwi, Suttie, is maybe just a little ahead on the scorecards, Michael, because he is the busier of the two.
He would be, yes. Peter Graham controlling the centre of the ring, but not to any effect so far. Turning short left hook there from Jason Suttie. Now Graham gets him against the ropes, but really can't do anything. Suttie just brushes him off. Big left hook, right uppercut there from Peter Graham. Jason Suttie said, yeah, you got me with that one, Pete, but come on, you got to do a little bit more than that.
Well, that's better work from Graham, but he just has to do a lot more of it.
The kicks of Graham have been really disappointing here tonight, Hammer. Usually his strong point.
He is a lot busier with his kicking usually. He's leaving a bit of that out thus far.
Well, Billy Saul's just warning Jason Suttie between rounds to avoid the Thai-style push kick to the thigh. It has to be a roundhouse kick to the thigh and push kick only to the midsection or face as we enter the fourth round. This one's scheduled for 5. It is a final of KB4 heavyweights. Jason Suttie working well at the moment. Catching the kicking leg there was Peter Graham, a totally illegal
Peter,
move.
I've told you twice already, no holding the leg.
One more warning, it'll be a point deduction, I dare say.
Let's go.
Graham may be getting frustrated here in centre ring. And again, Peter Graham has left his kicks at home. Gets one to the outside thigh, but he's not working them up to the head nor the ribs.
Peter Graham has been busy in the boxing ring. Obviously, he's had a couple of boxing fights apparently in the lead up to this. And when you perhaps concentrate too much on one discipline, you know, maybe that's why, because his emphasis has been so heavily on the boxing, and he hasn't trained his legs maybe quite enough. And he's resorting more to go for what he's been practicing the most with of late.
Outside thigh kick there from Graham. He hasn't launched one above the waist yet in this round. Oh, snappy right hand. Balk right it was there from Jason Suttie. He caught Graham. Graham retaliates with a short left hook to the jaw. Body shot from Suttie. Graham ties him up in the centre of the ring. Heel kick to the back of the thigh. Oh, is that permitted, Hammer? Sweeping leg kick there from Peter Graham. Billy Sauce not delivering a warning, so the heel kick to the back of the thigh and the calf must be permitted.
The heel kicks are permitted, yes.
Now we're talking kicks from Peter Graham, and now they're taking their effect on Jason Suttie. Finally, about time from Peter Graham. Tries to work up the high right round kick. Digs in an uppercut off the right hand, does Graham. Turns Suttie back against the ropes.
Well, Graham looking slightly better in this round. Starting to be a little bit more accurate with his striking.
He is turning on the kicking artillery, Peter Graham. That is what might change the tide of this final matchup. Again, the heel kicks to the back of the thigh, to the hamstring of Jason Suttie. Spinning heel kick there from Peter Graham. Inside thigh kick to end the round. We've got one more to go, Hammer.
One more to go. What has been a little bit of a non-plus sort of final, this one. We're just waiting for something a little bit more explosive to happen from one of the boys. The one that unleashes is the one that will probably take it out at this point. There we see that block right hand from Suttie landing sweetly on Peter Graham. He wore that one well, but nevertheless it was a good scoring shot there from Suttie. Graham now starting to bring his legs into it. We see the heel kicks to the back of the hamstrings there, two executed. Really not having a lot of effect. Maybe the first one was stuck in quite well, but the second one sort of glanced off. That's designed to cork up the rear of the hammy.
This is the fifth and final
Well, here we go, the fifth and final round. Who will be crowned? The first ever KB4 heavyweight champion will be Australia's Peter Graham or New Zealand's Jason Suttie. And Gurkhan Ozcan between rounds telling Peter Graham, you've got to pick it up now, Pete. And the big fella responds to the bribe.
It's all coming down to this last round, Michael. On my cut, it's a pretty even one, and the judges are going to be having a good close look at this.
Inside thigh kick there from Jason Suttie. Outside thigh kick from Peter Graham. Peter Graham roughing it up, gets in a short uppercut with the right hand. Body shot there from Jason Suttie. Inside thigh kick from Graham. Short shot to the side of the head there from Graham.
It was almost a bit of an elbow or forearm strike there from Graham.
Okay, break. Step back.
Billy Sauce separates both men. Graham's got to keep working those kicks. Straight left hand through the guard there from Suttie.
Needs to follow it up, Suttie.
Trying to work the high right round kick there was Graham. His distancing wasn't right. Jab from Graham. Suttie digs him with the head to the shoulder. Suttie's turning it into a boxing contest, that's for sure. Inside thigh kick from Graham. Just glances him with the right hand. Uppercut off the right hand there from Suttie. Digs away with the left hand to the rib cage. Side of the head from Peter Graham. Throws Suttie off him. Inside thigh kick from Graham. Uppercut, left hook there from Jason Suttie. Flush of leg kicks in the centre of the ring. Rib kick there from Peter Graham. Walks into a right hand. High right round kick from Graham. Front kick from Graham. Now he's starting to work those legs again.
It's going down the wire, kick for kick, punch for punch. Whoever opens up in the latter stages is going to make the impression on the scorecard.
Short right hand to the side of the head. Peter Graham looking towards his corner, towards Alex Tui and Gurkhan Ozcan for instruction. Into the final seconds now. Both men heavily spent. Front kick there from Jason Suttie. Front kick from Graham. Uppercut from Graham. And another one from the Chief. Suttie just pushing him backwards. Outside thigh kicks, chopping away with that heel again from Peter Graham. They've got to be scoring for him. Nice short left hook from Graham.
Graham just needs to stand back, give it a bit of room and unleash a bit of a combo.
Left hand.
Coming right down the kicker.
Oh, there it is. Into the fifth and final round of action. Hammer, you know I love it when I do it this to you. What do you call it?
Well, I tell you what, Michael, Suttie started really well first and second round. From then on, maybe the third, you could almost go even Stevens. Fourth and fifth, I'd have to say I'll give to Graham. You could almost give it a draw. I know we can't score the draw. Decision has to be made on this one. And I think if it's going to go down a wire, maybe a hometown. But take nothing away from Suttie. He worked solidly, and if they've scored it heavily, Suttie's way in those early rounds. They cannot sort of change their score, so it's going to be locked in Suttie's way. There's nothing in this one, and it really is, you know, I hate to sort of sit on the fence and be Switzerland, I suppose, but it's just going to go down to the judges, and I can't predict what these judges are going to do, Michael. For my money, I'd have to say Suttie early, Graham later. I'll give it almost a draw. If I have to make a decision, I'd say Graham in the later rounds come on pretty strong, so I'd probably lean the way of Peter Graham.
We await the decision, and we'll go across to the man with the math and the bow tie, Andy Raymond.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous points decision. Judge George Pleller scores the bout 48-47. Judge Reno Labruna scores the bout 49-47, and Nell Ward 49-47. Your winner, $5,000 richer, and crowned KB4 heavyweight champion, Jason Suttie.
Well, there you have it, folks. The KB4 Heavyweight Championship goes all the way back to New Zealand.
Well, excellent battle and excellent victory there from Jason Suttie, finally breaking through. As we said, there was a lot on the line with this one. You know, Japan will be looking at the boys, but Suttie, well done to him.
Andy Raymond with the winner.
And a very relieved Jason Suttie joining me at the moment. And it's more than the 5,000, it's more than the trophy. The way K1 is going, Jason, at the moment, every victory, especially over a big name like Peter Graham, is a huge achievement.
Mate, what can I say? Peter Graham is the man. Peter Graham is the man. Chris Christophilidis is the man. Paul Robinson is the man. Tonight, what can I say, man? Thank you very much to the fighters. Then, thank you to the sponsor, to the main sponsor. I couldn't do it without you. Thanks to Saba Limousines. And let's give a big hand to Lucy, one lady who did it on her own, KB4.
Jason Suttie, victorious and extremely happy.
One more, I have to say, thank you to God. Thank you to God. I always pray to God. I don't go to church, but I pray to God. And this is for my baby coming up next year. Peace.
Well, there you have it, folks, a victory of the sweetest kind, and the KB4 trophy goes back to New Zealand from myself, Michael Chiavello, and my verbal sparring partner, former Australian champion, the Hammer, Mark Castanini. Thank you for joining us ringside. Congratulations, Jason Suttie, and good night.